What is going on, everybody? It's Thursday afternoon. We've made it through the day. Now it's time to find us some bets for tonight so we can make some cash. Uh, Hope everybody's having a great day out there. Today we're back with a three-man show. We have, we have, we have our guy Spread here, and then also along with my main man Joe. We already have Jabo is in there in the chat. What is going on, man? But yeah, but before we get into any recaps or anything, just gonna go around and see how actually like everybody's doing. Spread. Let's actually start with you, man.
Doing pretty good. Happy to be here. Happy to be here. If it's your first time meeting me, I am the Spread Gladiator on X. Beyond that, if you all are looking to track my bets or where I track my bets, check the link tree in my bio. You can find a lot of information there and even a subscription if that's what you are into. But thanks for having me again, JD.
Of course, always, man. Joe, what is going on, man? Man, Jabo, you're he is spamming that's your chat with games. Yeah, got sorry, Joe. Before we go, yeah, if y'all have any certain games you want us to go over, do actually just like Jabo's doing and drop them in the chat.
We could just say do the whole slate. Shit.
I was about to say, yeah, I will have to say, yeah, as far as today's slate, we actually will do the whole slate. So if there's any college games or just anything else to actually night that you would like us to go over, drop actually those in the chat, guys. But Joe.
All right, lay off the juice. That's my Twitter page, or X, whatever the hell you call the little bird out. I've been having a really good past 2 days. Talk about bounce back and more. Whew, hot. I also dropped a couple parlays of the days on my page and in the Discord. So if y'all are not in the free Discord, we have a play on Prize Picks. 100 turned into 1,000. I mean, dumber. I've done dumber shit in my life. But yeah, we riding, man. We put in $5 on Prize Picks just to see what happened about a week ago, and we're up a lot.
I say, man, you've been killing that.
Yeah,
you really have been. Yeah, just a little recap of yesterday. North Alabama, man, they had the cover. They just couldn't close it out right there at the very end. I mean, like they won the game and did what they needed to do, but for us, they did not quite get that cover. It's only the second time they have not covered a game at home all season. So they've, as far as for us, they've done very well. So definitely not mad at it. But then the Pistons, they came out and did exactly what we said. We got the +5. We actually got the money line.
175 too, baby.
Yeah. Those guys.
Oh, wow.
Those guys did it for us. And besides that, I'll just pull up other games real quick. Pacers and Raptors. Pacers won by 10. What were we laying there, Joe? Was that 9.5 or actually was that 10? 9. Okay.
Yeah, because it opened at like 7 or something, I think.
Yeah.
But, injury report and news, and it ballooned up to 9. I was like, still taking.
So definitely got the cover there. And that 76ers Knicks game, that was exactly actually pull that back up. It's exactly what I said. I told y'all the Knicks were either going to win by 5 or they're actually 20.
They did both in the same game. They did both. They were up by damn near 20 points and then just left the back door open. I was like, you gotta be shitting me, man.
Yep. That game we didn't talk about. Man, the Heat, man, I'm kind of mad that actually I didn't take that. Yeah. We talked about it on the show, man, and I just liked the matchup for who they had on the court last night. I love the match. I like the Heat. Like I said, it's just been a team I haven't had a great read on. That's why I didn't actually play it. But that's actually one I'm actually mad that I didn't play.
I was on the Hawks because I read that completely wrong. And then when we talked it over on the show, I was like, you know what? Those are all valid points, and I like your feelings better than mine. So I actually crashed it live. But I was going to play the Hawks, but I didn't. And sometimes the best bet you can make is no bet. So
Yeah.
that did help. And also the other one that I was wrong about was the Clippers. I was on the Clippers not -9, and JD and I talked it over, and I'm like, you know what? If I get a -5 live, I'm taking it. It's exactly what I got. I got a -5 and I pushed. So still better than not. It's better than losing. Shit.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that was that game where like it was that bounce back spot, and like they like needed that win, but it was like I just don't know if they'll cover that big number though, and that's what happened there. Then those other games, yeah, we actually didn't talk about any of the other games. So go ahead and get back to here. Josh, what's going on, man? I'm glad that you could be here. Yes, we have a tennis match that actually like clients are currently sweating out. We're in the third set. We actually got her actually like as an actual underdog. We got her at plus 124. She's up a break in the third set, but it looks like she may be about to give it back. But anyway, so yes. Part of my J is live betting the most profitable thing. We were just talking about this. And for like a lot of spots, it actually is. I mean, like if you have the time and can actually sit there, yeah, then it definitely can be. That's also one of those things where depending on what actually book you're on, you can get limited very fast.
Yeah. I'm limited on online. They won't let me bet more than 100 on live bets.
Yeah, so that's why if you are live betting, I'll definitely do it across multiple books because that's a very quick way to get limited. Before we go into the NBA slate, Jabo is asking about FAU in North Texas. Man, that's an interesting game just because the styles of both teams are, one team wants to play fast and go up and down the court, and the other team wants to play as slow as you can possibly get. I lean to the North Texas side. I haven't looked at the line in a while, but as long as you could get them in actually like the pick'em range, that's definitely like where I would lean there. But I don't see like a big edge there.
Well, I'm definitely on this North Texas and FAU game. So right now you can get the money line and the first half money line for about the same price, or you can choose to take the full game plus 1.5 spread because it's a high likely chance they win outright. Personally, my play for this game would be the first half money line because they're coming off a hot showing here against South Florida. They won 64-57, so I would feel very comfortable. I would feel more comfortable taking the first half money line since it's the same amount of odds as the money line.
And that's for North Texas or Florida?
North Texas.
Okay.
Yep. I like that.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and tell that one.
That one makes sense. Jabo also asking about the Rutgers and Michigan game. Do either one of y'all actually have like anything here?
I don't have anything on it.
Rutgers, Michigan. So that spread is pretty generous. So right now you can get Rutgers plus 9.5. I really typically, I like to target underdogs who have a 10.5 plus spread, especially in collegiate sports because there's just a competitive nature to it. What I can tell you about the Rutgers spread versus Michigan is they've covered the spread in 10 of their last 12 games at about 83%.
Yeah.
Especially coming off a win against USC. They beat USC by about 10 points. So this is a team that is riding high. So having them as such a
dog
really, really makes this pick attractive.
Yeah, as far as Michigan goes, talked about it a lot over the past few weeks. They haven't been covering big actions like spreads. Like they just make every game close. Like it just doesn't matter who it is for some reason. Like they just tend to actually like play actually close games. Um, so that like would be the side if I had to actually pick. But yeah, actually, like Josh said, we actually have a play in actually this game here. I'm just gonna say that, and that's gonna be it. All right, guys. Yeah. Um, yeah. As far as any other questions or any other games that y'all wants to go over, definitely drop them in the chat. We'll be happy to go over them. But let's get into this NBA slate, guys. Starting out, we got the Warriors are going to play the Magic. Um, as far as the Warriors go, like they've been playing good. They've been winning games, and actually they've been covering the spread now too. Then you have the Magic, and we all know that they're a good home team. So what should be a kind of a lower scoring game? What's the line? Is it 4.5 still?
Mm.
4.5. You know, do actually like y'all like have any extra plays here?
I don't like that hook for whatever reason at 4.5. Like you said, a low scoring game. I hate hooks in that. I've just had a bad history, so I'd rather give 10 cents back to get rid of that hook. It's a personal preference, but it is in my parlay of the day. So if you guys are on my page, I have a parlay 100 times into 475, but I'm on the Warriors minus the 4. I just don't think that Orlando can match up with this firepower. The Warriors are not just living and dying by the 3 with Steph Curry anymore. Jimmy Butler changes the entire narrative of this team. He can give Steph Curry a break, and the longer Steph Curry gets to rest, the fresher his legs are. The fresher his legs are, the higher the percentage of his three-point shot when he does come back on the court. Jimmy also lives at the free throw line, which is it's key because it slows the pace of the game down so that they can play longer minutes if they need to. I'm on the Warriors minus the 4. I just don't see without Jalen Suggs or Franz Wagner. I don't really see them putting up a fight. I know they're a good home team, but they just got their teeth stomped in by Cleveland with like 40 points. So asking the Warriors to cover 4, I don't see that as a stretch, in my opinion.
Right.
I also want to note out the Orlando's recent performance against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Like they got their teeth kicked in. They lost by 40 points on the 25th to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, mind you, they did shoot about their field goal percentage took a massive dip to be that far away. They shot about 36%. So I'm looking for a little bit of bounce back, but I don't think it's going to be enough to hang with the Warriors right now, especially with them playing so close to where they are to the play-in tournament. Right now, the Warriors are looking for wins. So I do think the Orlando Magic pride will be restored. Don't think it'll be enough to best the Golden State Warriors.
For me, the Warriors side is kind of where I wanted to be here. As far as their money line, as far as using them as an actual parlay piece was kind of what I was looking at in it for actually this one. Looking at the Magic as an actual underdog on the spread this season, they are 9-16. That's obviously not good. And then on the money line as a dog, they are 5-20. So this is a spot where they don't really win much, and they don't even really cover the spread much. So I didn't even really notice that. Just because at home, like I said, the Magic, I just don't really like playing against them. And actually home, but it's maybe a game where I may lay it. Or either it's going to be a parlay piece. Like I said, I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm going to be on the Warriors in some type of way here.
I'm very confident in the Warriors. That's why it's in my parlay piece. Usually I'll put a high money line and then 2-player props in my parlays, but today that's probably my most confident play. The Warriors -4.5 if I was just not doing a parlay. But because I'm doing a parlay, I took the hook away because I got less juice in the other 2 legs. So pretty confident.
And actually, like we talked about yesterday, and I'm going to bring it back up because it actually mattered. Getting the right line matters. I told y'all yesterday, Kentucky team total over 82.5. I told y'all that was a client play. That like team total moved up to 83.5, and I said on the show that's just a point, but for that particular scenario, it matters because that is a lot of points you're asking them to score. Well, what did they finish with? 83.
Ooh.
So that was a great scenario where we talked about it, and it just happened to land there too. So yes, betting into the right number is, that is what this whole thing is. Like that like is the whole key point here. But anyway, Aiden, he has an interesting question. Will Steph ever get to another finals?
Yes.
What do y'all think? I would think yes too.
I would. Yes, he's at the tail end of his career. Yeah, he is. What? He's 36 now, or 30? He's in his 30s. I'm older than him.
Oh yeah.
He's in his 30s. So, but with that being said, I do think that Steve Kerr is a very overrated coach. I personally don't like him. Yeah, I went there. He pulls out Steph when he's hot. He was the first on board to trade away Clay. Like, he decided to keep Draymond instead of Andrew Wiggins. Like, there's a lot of things I can really go on a rant about Steve Kerr. But when Steph Kerr gets into his shooter's nest and he's sniping shit, Steve Kerr pulls him. It's like, why? You let a shooter shoot until he cools down. And he does it all the time. And it's the most frustrating thing in the world to watch. But I do think Steph and the Warriors are too talented to not get back to another NBA Finals. With that being said, I would not be surprised if, who say this year or next year, if they get another piece that it puts them over the top and they be back to dominating the West again. Yeah, I think it's possible, man. In the West, like we all know that OKC is getting in, right? But really, 2 through 9 is up for debate. Like those seeds are not. Nobody's ingrained in their seat. Like those, the rankings are very close. Like they're battling for the play-in, right? They're trying to get out of the play-in, which is another reason why I think that they clear this spread, because I don't think they're going to leave it to chance, because they are highly motivated. Because if they can win up and get out of the play-in, that'll be better for them from a rest standpoint, which they need because their roster is a little bit older. But their main starting 5 is a little bit older. So, but long story short, yes, I think he gets to another final.
I would have to agree. I do think that there is a chance that Steph gets to a final. Maybe not this year or next year, but right when he's standing at the edge, I could definitely see another Warriors final. But to answer your other question, do you think Jimmy will sign with them? Yes. I believe this because Jimmy just got a look of the layout. Like if I weren't on the team, he got to look at all 32 teams, where he would fit, where he did not want to be. And it was negotiated to get him to the Warriors. So if he feels comfortable with the Warriors, I don't think he's going to take another risk to end up back in the market, because he got a reality check in what teams will really want him. So I don't think he's going to take that risk twice and risk ending up in somewhere he really doesn't want to be, like Utah. You know, Utah has the money to have you. So why take that risk when you're with the Warriors?
Yeah, exactly. You stand no chance in winning in Utah, bro. That's a young core, but in like 5 years, very different conversation. If they can keep their core pieces. I'm really high of a fan of Keontae George, but yeah. I don't think Jimmy leaves the Warriors because, like you just said, the market is not as high on him as he expected. So it's probably like a sport to stay with the Warriors. because the grass isn't greener anywhere else he goes. At worst, the only way I see him leaving is to go to the Phoenix Suns for Kevin Durant. But Durant already said he's not going to the Warriors if Draymond is there. And the Warriors, for whatever reason, yeah, never mind.
And I know,
because I respect Draymond as a man, but
I respect him as a man, but you also have to look at what the personalities of the head coaches around the league. Most of them are very mild mannered, they make very cautious decisions. You might see emotion every now and again, and I just do not believe that Draymond fits the bill. I mean, it's nice to ponder on him as a head coach, but realistically, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, the good thing about the Warriors is Jimmy and Draymond get along great. That's what everybody was nervous about, because guess what? If he punched Jimmy, I bet money Jimmy punch him back. Like, there is no softness in neither one of them two guys. You got two real alpha dogs going up against each other, but they both believe in hard work. They both believe in sweat equity, and they both believe in winning and doing whatever it takes to win. So, yeah, that's why I think it gets along. It's tough love. They curse each other out. It's all good. Like that's how they speak that language. That's how they grew up. That's the environment they grew up in. Draymond came out of Michigan. Butler didn't have his daddy in his life, so he grew up tough. I want to say in Chicago, but either who. Both of them are used to tough love, and that's, I think personally, it's a breath of fresh air for Jimmy. And that's one thing he didn't get from Pat Riley. Pat Riley is more of a no. Nobody's bigger than the system. I don't care if you're LeBron James. The system is what's important. Whereas Jimmy is like, no. You're gonna respect me as a man type situation. So I think Golden State is the perfect thing Jimmy was looking for. I don't see him leaving.
Yep. And Josh, yeah, just bringing this up. Yeah, it looks like Jones did retire. I'm obviously on here, so I'm actually not like watching the match, so I have no clue why. But yeah, we actually bet that at FanDuel. So they actually pay that one out. So cash that plus 124 for us. So yeah, tennis today is going along great. And actually, as far as tennis tonight, we're on a bunch of matches, and most of them start between now and 9. So you still have plenty of time to get on there. We do have a free trial going currently. If you're actually on our X page, you'll like a couple different tweets there. There's a free trial link. You can definitely get it there. And if you can't find that, send us a message and we can get you on that. And that is a free trial for actually like everything for everybody's plays. So yeah, just had to throw that in there. All right, guys, let's get back to the games here. Let's go to the Nuggets and Bucks. Right off the bat, for actually me, as far as these Denver lines, they definitely looked short. So I had to really dig in more because I was like, what is going on here? And then that's when I realized that Denver on the first leg of national back-to-back on the road, in this spot, they have not done well the entire season. Not sure what it is about this type of spot, but they haven't done well. And that's the only reason why I can see that this line is actually that short. So for me currently, it's just a stay away. But I definitely want to hear what actually you guys have.
I really, really like Denver right now. They took that loss to the Lakers personal. They really had a reality check not long ago against the Lakers, losing 123 to 100. They came back and returned to form against Indiana, and I expect that form to continue. So I really like the money line. It's a little juiced at 162. I would really want it in the minus 140 range, but at 162, they've won 10 out of their 11, even though it doesn't feel like it in the locker room. So I really, really like that spread. And for a backup play, you can get them minus 1.5 first half spread at 115, and they've covered that spread in the last 4 out of 4 away games.
I'm a little nervous about this game just because of the injury report. Aaron Gordon is more important in this matchup than Jamal Murray, in my opinion. Because we know that Dame is the better of the two, right? But Jamal Murray can get hot from three. Dame can get hot from three. But I'm nervous because Jamal Murray's on the game time decision and Aaron Gordon are both there. And you need Aaron Gordon in this matchup more than Dame. He's a bigger body. He could him and Michael Porter Jr., they could crash boards, get putbacks. Like they would really have the size advantage, and I would really like Denver in this spot. But the Milwaukee Bucks literally just covered a 3.5 spread by the hook against my Houston Rockets. And I saw at times where the Rockets would pull away by like 10 and they just kept coming back. And that's saying a lot. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do a stay away for this one, but I do have a player prop in this game that I like, which is Brook Lopez. You can either do his over 4.5 rebounds. I think that's just way too short for a big man logging a lot of minutes. He is damn near 7 feet. He's playing on average 31 minutes a game since Bobby Portis is out and Giannis is on a minutes restriction. I just don't see a world where he couldn't get 5 rebounds. That's one. His points and rebounds is 16.5. He's been lights out from 3. I'm never going to back a center shooting threes. But it's cooked into his average. So again, if he knocks down 2 or 3 threes, he's halfway home. And his rebound line's at 5, so he's damn near cashing. That just got third quarter cash written all over it. And or you could do his PRAs. Let's see. Denver does give up a lot of points in the paint, far as like to people cutting to the paint. So I think his PRA was at 18 and something, 19 and something. But I think he clears that easily. So
nice.
I would be more towards player props in this one versus taking that spread because I do see this one as close. I mean, and with Gladiator being on the Nuggets, I'm definitely not liking. I was gonna take the Bucks, but I'm like, well, nah, I'm not facing Gladiator.
I just don't feel the Bucks for this game. Like, all right, you got Giannis on a minutes restriction. Damian Lillard, who's going to cherry pick at the 3-point line. So there's that. And you also have Brook Lopez going up against Aaron Gordon most of the game.
But Gordon's a game time decision, right? So he might not play. So then Brook would definitely have the size advantage if Gordon or MPJ doesn't play. Like he definitely had a size advantage. I don't know. With Aaron Gordon being game time decision, that's enough for me not to back him, but I will root you guys on. And the Bucks are at home too, and they're 19-9 at home. So I don't know. I do see a world where AJ Green or Gary Trent Jr. gives you a random 15, 20 points that you wouldn't have had coming otherwise because the Nuggets give up a lot of 3-pointers. They do. And the Bucks, they're a high volume 3-point team. So I just see them, and the spread's only 3.5. This has backdoor cover written all on it, in my opinion.
I agree. I mean, honestly, I know someone mentioned earlier in the show, is live betting the most profitable way to bet? This is one of those games where I would pay attention to, and I would pay attention right around halftime to see how the teams are playing against each other. By that point, you know how not having Aaron Gordon or having Aaron Gordon would affect those teams. So this is definitely something I would look to play live rather than trying to guess based on an up in the air injury report.
And also my experience from live betting is that the home team usually jumps out on the away team heavy first, and the line shifts a lot in that first quarter. So you could get that money line on Denver. The basketball is a game of runs. So if the Bucks jump out on a 12-point lead, you can get Denver probably at plus the points for less juice.
And that's what you want. That would be the play I would be looking for.
Yeah, it's definitely 4 quarters to a game. So if the Bucks go up 12, it does not mean blowout because I guarantee you the Nuggets don't mind playing from behind, and they're probably one of the best teams at closing leads and winning games. Like they win nasty looking games all the time. Thing about 3.5 is that even if this game goes to overtime, that's still a hard thing to cover, right? I mean, you got free throws at the end of the game, which would give you the little nudge that you need. But yeah,
you do not have to sweat out 4 quarters when you can do a live bet.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that way you would know if Aaron Gordon was playing or not. If Aaron Gordon was playing, I'd be all over this Nuggets team. But I don't know.
Yeah, just to answer Josh's question here. For actually me, no. I am actually going to personally stay away from this game. And both of these guys were just saying that actually they think live may be the better spot. So no, I don't think this would be the parlay piece for the Warriors. I actually have another game that's a little bit later on that I think is a good piece. But yeah,
why is it the Lakers? I definitely think it's the Lakers, but
J-Bo is giving a shout out to Joe though, Prop Goat. Red Hot Take. This is a new name in the chat for us. Buck's been drunk since their championship. Something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like they lean on Giannis and name too much. Honestly, like I know Giannis is good and great, but they're a much better team when he has limited minutes because the ball moves. It's not just, well, give it to Giannis and let him do that 3 Euro step BS into the paint. The ball moves. Gary Trent Jr. and AJ Green are very great 3-point shooters. And Dame himself is not a slouch. But again, Dame is more the facilitator when Giannis is not on the court. You would expect Dame to just take over the game, right? Like Giannis is out, I'm taking over. Right. It's not what he does. He gets everybody else buckets because it's easier, because he knows that he's probably the best closer in basketball right now. So if you got that in the back of your mind, it's, hey, when it's Dame time, it's fourth quarter, all bets are off. You know what's about to happen. Everybody knows it's about to happen. And you can't stop it because he's fresh. He facilitates early, and he has fresh legs in the fourth. That is one of the reasons why I think he's underrated. He's very, very, very smart basketball player.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's keep it moving here. Let's go to this Hornets and Mavs game. I mean, the Hornets they've been looking bad is not even the right word. I'm not even sure what the right word is. Past 3 games, they've scored 92, 88, and 88. This is an NBA team, but they haven't really looked like it the past few games. I think a lot of people for this game though, I think they are running to back the Mavs. They're laying the Mavs spread here, and they're probably also betting the Hornets team total under. This is a game I'm staying off of, but I'm going to just put this out there that this is one of those spots where the Hornets will somehow win outright.
And fuck up with a parlay.
They will mess up everything for you. This just feels like one of those spots, and they do that on the road. I don't know why it's like that, but when they have those games, and they've had multiple of those games where they've beaten teams where they really shouldn't have beat, but they have all been on the road. So for me, I have absolutely nothing here. I would just caution people and say it may not be as easy as it looks. So yeah, Joe, do you have anything here?
There's no way I'm making a play on this game. The Hornets already beat them outright when Dallas came to Charlotte, and that was like literally a month ago. They won outright, right? And that was when the Mavericks had their bigger guys. They had Gafford, they had PJ Washington. Like those guys played that game. And tonight, PJ Wash is a game time decision. He's an integral part of that Dallas Mavericks team. I do think Kyrie has the advantage from a ball handling standpoint. But again, for whatever reason, LaMelo Ball is the X factor in this game. And he loves playing against big market teams, like teams that everybody says could win the West or they could win whatever. That's when he shows up. He doesn't show up against below 500 teams. He shows up in big markets. And what a better way to F up everybody's parlay, because you would assume that a minus 400 is an easy win. No, I don't. No. A team that got beat down 3 games in a row, they got to turn around at some point. And there's no way I'm laying 10 to a team that, because you would assume the spread should be bigger, right? Like they just lost by 20 the last couple games. And the spread.
They've been losing by 30. And yeah,
like they hadn't even put up 100 points in the last couple games. And the spread's only 9.5. Like that screams Charlotte plus the 10, but there's no way I'm putting money on that.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I would honestly have to agree. Like as far as a team, I know we all know the saying, sometimes the best bet is no bet. But to shift from a DFS standpoint, I have to go with my boy Max Christie. He has not shown up as he has these last 2 games, playing only about 20 minutes, and he was on that way against the Lakers. But either way this game goes, so if Charlotte begins to blow out the Mavericks in the scenario, Max Christie is going to get minutes. And if you're the coach, you see that anytime out of the last 5 or 6 games he's had with the Mavericks, anytime he scored over 15 points, you've won. So the play that I would really like to go with here is Max Christie over 16.5 points and assists, especially since he's hit it 5 out of 5 of his last home game.
You said how many? Rebounds and assists or points and assists?
Points and assists over 16.5.
Oh, okay.
He missed barely against the Lakers with 10 points and 6 assists. So he missed by 1 against the Lakers last. Bro. And the only time he missed outside of that in a Mavericks uniform was when he only played 20 minutes. If he gets the minutes, I'm really liking his 16.5 points and assists from Max Christie.
He's on my shit list right now.
Mine too.
JD will tell you. Dude, I had a 25 turn into $200 parlay on Prize Picks. I text him like, yo, I'm going to bed. He had 10 at halftime. He ended the game with 10. I needed him to get 12.5.
Well, that's how PJ Washington did me. I had a discount on his points and everything. It was from like 16.5 to 12.5. He scored 0. It was like within the last 7 days this happened. So I'm really not rocking with PJ Washington right now.
But I do like that prop a lot. Just to echo a few more thoughts, in a blowout, Christie's going to get minutes. And because it's a team like the Charlotte Hornets, Jason Kidd is more than likely going to try out some new lineups today. Because it's a team that in the third quarter, you could put your starters in and get the game back right if it gets decent or whatever. But this is when a coach tries out some things that they think, as far as like different lineups and different matchups. I am looking for Mikal Bridges to have a comeback today. I think 20.5 points is far too low for a guy that's averaging 17 attempts a game, and I only need 20.5 points. Yeah, that's too low for me. So I think Miles Bridges points is my prop for this one.
That makes sense too. Yeah, I actually like both of those looks. You know what, Josh? I like the way you were thinking, man. I'm actually about to put a pizza on it right now.
There you go.
Let me see what we can get. You can get a plus 400. So yeah, I'm actually going to put a little pizza money on the Hornets money line at plus 400 here.
Pizza can pay the cable bill.
Right. That is right. All right, yeah. We can move on now, fellas. Let's go to the Pelicans and the Suns. Man, these are 2 teams I have. I would be frank, they both pissed me off a lot.
Hell yeah!
Just to put it very, very bluntly there. And this is another spot where I've said it a few times, but this looks like a Sun spot. But I can't do it. That being said, it also looks like an over spot. My only worry is if the Pelicans are going to score enough points. So I kind of wanted to get a feel actually from y'all there. What do y'all think?
the Suns have proved they not playing defense. They don't give a damn about no defense.
Right.
Bro, they literally just played a game where they almost had 200 damn points in the game. 151 to 48. And for whatever reason, the Suns just refused to play help defense. The Grizzlies just kept cutting to the basket, and they kept giving it to them. I'm like, yo, the Spurs did it to them. The Raptors did it to them. The Bulls did it to them. Like, they refused to play help defense. And if you refuse to play help defense against a team with Zion Williamson on it, and CJ McCollum is the point guard, yeah, that's not gonna end well for you. I actually think the Pelicans cover this. I'm not gonna play it because I got other plays today, but I think the Pelicans cover this easy. And mention the Suns have been ass against the spread lately.
For a while now.
Yeah. So I mean, you want me to lay 7.5, 8.5 against a team that doesn't play defense and giving up dives to the basket? I think not. Like, I think the Suns don't. I think they went outright, but I don't think they cover this. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Pelicans won outright, honestly. But if you're gonna give me points in the Pelicans, that's what I would take in this game. But again, I'm on CJ McCollum over 7.5 rebounds and assists because the Suns refuse to play defense, grab rebounds against point guards, or stop assists. I think he sells this to 10, but I'm just gonna live with what Prize Picks gave me.
I'm definitely looking at this as a Devin Booker hero ball type of game. I would definitely evaluate his points. There are a couple of player props that I'll release at the end of the show that I like a little bit better. But looking at the spread, if you look at the Pelicans' recent games, in the last 5 games, their field goal percentage has been phenomenal. They've had their field goal percentage has been in a range between 41 and 50% field goal percentage.
That's
now they may have beat up on the Spurs, who just lost Victor and are obviously going through a small identity crisis. But they really are looking like the team to lean towards right here. I don't know. I just traumatized by the Pelicans, but if I had to lean away, I do really like the +4.5 first half spread, which they've been able to cover in the last 3 out of their 4 away games.
That's the Pelicans +4.5.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
I like
Guys,
that.
for me, this is I'm actually just gonna stay away here. It sounds crazy, I know, but this is technically, if you just look by the numbers, like actually as far as like model numbers go, this is a Suns actually like buy low spot. I've said that a few games though, and I've put my money on them, and it has not happened. So I'm just to a point where I'm not gonna just keep doing it until they start to show me something. But if I had to play it, I would be laying it with the Suns. And then as far as the over, I think the over could also be a good look. But
yes, what spread said just solidified my over a little bit more. I like the over a lot in this one because the Suns refuse to play defense and they're shooting efficient field goal percentage. That just screams over, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but I'm a little nervous because they just put up damn near 200 points last game out. So maybe they might say, all right, maybe we shouldn't do that.
right.
Because they didn't win. But
right,
exactly.
They really lost 127 to 109 to the Toronto Raptors. That happened.
Yep.
Like the Toronto Raptors. Okay.
Yeah. That's yeah, it's
I know some people who really like Toronto Raptors this season. They've been a very
Toronto is decent, but if you would have said the Toronto Raptors by 18,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
bro, that alt line is probably 3 plus 5,000 or something crazy.
I was about to say you're smoking something good.
The purest form.
Right. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get in this last game here. We got Timberwolves coming to play the Lakers. And man, I just gotta say it. Lakers past couple games, man, they are looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, looking real good. Um, you know, in this game here, I definitely have some thoughts. As far as the Timberwolves go, with who they have on the floor currently, they are a small ball team. So as far as pace, they have like definitely sped things up. I'm not sure if the books have fully caught up to that. So actually, like as far as their totals, you know, I'm definitely looking at their games over currently. Lakers are kind of the same way, to be honest. And actually, we've talked about that for a couple weeks now. You know, my favorite play on the board. This is going to be an actual client play. I think this first half number is just too low. You can get the first half total at 111 and a half. And I just think that's way too low, guys.
I'm taking that.
Yeah, this first half over, I really like. Also like the Lakers in the first half. We just keep talking about how the Lakers they've just been coming out of the gates hot. They've been a great first half team. And actually you only have to lay 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you have the Timberwolves. They beat OKC there like last game.
Yep.
I mean, this actually like could be a little bit of a letdown spot for them too. I mean, it may not. I mean, it's nothing huge, but I mean, it could be like a little bit though. As far as a parlay as far as the actual like Warriors go, we were talking about that. I think a Warriors and then actually like a Lakers parlay. I think that's a good one. I really like this first half over though. So I honestly don't know if I'm even going to add that play. I don't even know if I'm going to play Lakers first half because I like this first half over that much. I think I'm going to just play that. Do you guys have any thoughts?
Respectfully, if you look at the Timberwolves' last 5 games, they lost 3 out of 5, right? But watch this. The 2 wins that they have are both against OKC. That should let you know that they have the talent and the competition to beat anybody, right? If OKC is number 1 in the West, you beat them 2 out of 5 times. That means what that tells me is you rise up and play against teams you want to play against. The Lakers with this Luka magic and everybody talking about it, that to me is a reason. That is a reason why in my mind that the Timberwolves should come out fire. Naz Reid, I mean, bro, it's put up or shut up. Right now is your time. The Lakers are known for not having a big man. You were disrespected from not getting 6th man of the year. Naz Reid is my favorite player prop today. But bro, if Naz Reid can go off and help Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man is good enough to neutralize Luka. Let's just put it out there. Luka has actually been playing defense. The Lakers have been number 1 defensive efficiency in the last week, which
Crazy,
is
right?
that when I heard it, I was like, ain't no fucking way. But these 2 teams are very competitive, and I can honestly see Ant-Man and Luka getting into a 3-point back and forth. I can see that. Both of them, Ant-Man's field goal percentage from 3 is extremely high. Luka can shoot the lights out the ball. We both know that.
Yeah,
bro. Like the 3-point shooting in this game is gonna clear that first half total, in my opinion. So I'm riding the first half, and then depending on who's down, I might just take the points and who's down. I like both teams in this matchup, which is rare, but like, bro, the Lakers have the firepower to get back in the game, and OKC is not OKC. The Timberwolves can never be counted out. So, I mean, they just took OKC to OT and then won the game outright. So, I'm never going to count out, like I said, whoever's down, I'm going to take the first half and the points, and whoever's down in half, I'm going to take their points to the full game. That's probably what I'm going to do. Follow me on X, and I'll let you know what I do officially. I'll post it.
So I'm just looking at the head-to-head matchup from the Timberwolves standpoint against the LA Lakers. Anytime they played the Lakers since March of 2024, they've had over a 40% field goal percentage. Most recently being in December, they shot a low out of the last 5 matchups of 40%. So I'm looking for them to have an efficient shooting night. I might not. So 2 plays that I want to evade in this game is a 6.5 spread, which they've covered in the 10 out of last away games. I'm going to stay away from that because what I really like is Anthony Edwards threes. Recently, he had some negative regression last game, but what you can find is you can get over 3.5, which he most recently missed. He shot it 6 times last game and only hit 1. But to keep up with the Lakers, he's going to have to shoot 3. So I'm expecting him to get over that 3.5 3-pointers made. And I'm honestly feeling that as a play of the day.
The only thing I'm nervous about with that head-to-head, because I looked at it too, and that's why I was like, damn, I might as well take the Timberwolves and the points. If they won outright 4 out of the last 5 times they played, but then I thought about the rosters. Jared Vanderbilt has been on the Lakers, but he's been hurt. He's back now. And they have Luka. So this, to me,
Lakers team
that's a brand new, and they have JJ now. So that's why I didn't put as much faith into it. But I mean, bro, I see your point, but I just, like I said, I think Minnesota's coming out the West personally. That's my little favorite thing, but I don't know. Maybe I'm too biased on Minnesota. I'm too high up on them right now. But I just love the way Ant-Man plays. Him and Jason Tatum are my favorite 2 players. Tatum just because he's from St. Louis. And Bill because, I mean, not Bill, but Ant-Man just because of his attitude. So, yeah.
I'm really liking it. So he shot 16% from the 3-point against OK. His last game, he shot 16%. He made 1 out of 6. And when was the last time you heard Anthony Edwards getting under 20 points? It has just most recently been against this OKC Thunder team. So I'm really looking for him to have a bounce back team, especially under the bright lights of the Lakers, which he tends to be a player to rise to those type moments.
Oh, yeah. He like that. Anthony Edwards is also another. I saw in the chat somebody said Jimmy Butler's MJ rumor kid. So is Anthony Edwards. You guys into conspiracies and shit. So
all right. Yeah, guys. That was a good show. Chat, if you have any other questions for us, go ahead and drop them now. Let's go over spread first, man. If you have anything that you want to tell everybody, definitely actually tell them where to find you at. And also, if actually you have any best bets, you can go ahead and give them out now.
Got you. So my best bets are Anthony Edwards over 3.5 3-pointers made. I'm really liking Devin Booker to play hero ball today. So if you can get that point line at anywhere sub 25, I would take it. And my other play is look for Anthony Edwards to have a scoring day. I know his line is a little inflated at 28. Wouldn't go that far with it. But if you can get it at around, he's going to score over 20. Not so sure about 28. So I feel like the safe play there is his 3-pointers, which he only needs about 12 points out of 3-pointers to get close out of that 20. Very, very doable for Anthony Edwards. If you all want to follow along, you can find me on X at Spread Gladiator. If you want to track my plays or subscribe, check out any of my other social media. Those are all attached to the link tree in my bio. And thanks for tuning in.
Joe, tell them where to find you and actually what you have going on.
All right. I'm on X/Twitter at layoffthejuice. You can find me in the Discord at Where My Cup Joe. But if you guys get in the Discord, that is where I typically give out my free plays in the general chat. I mean, we've been smashing prize picks lately. Today we took a stab at a crazy ladder. My personal ladder, I want to turn 25 into 10,000 by the end of March. And if today goes well, we would have turned 25 into 1,000. So that's where we are on the ladder, just to let you guys know. it seems doable. When you're multiplying, that's really not that hard. It's not that far. Yeah. I think my best player today is Bradley Beal, over 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I know he's on the injury report. The dude's been lights out. He's been very efficient. Nobody covers him because they're too busy focusing on Durant and Booker. He's been wide the hell open. Or he gets assists by throwing the ball to Booker or KD. So, and he rebounds because he's giving hella effort. And he's on the court a lot. So that's why I like him. I've been riding him for about a week. He's been averaging in the high, mid 30s, 34s. So you're going to give me that against a Pelican team that doesn't play defense either? Yeah, a high point total, I'm taking it. My second favorite is Nas Reed, points and assists over 22.5. That may have ballooned up to 23.5 by now. I locked that in at 7 a.m. But I like it up to 25. So you can get it less than 24.5, take it. Still good to me. And we didn't go over a POD. We're gonna make that Lakers first half over.
Well, actually, that's what I was gonna do next.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's clearly my favorite play of the day, but I don't want us to go with that just because it's mine. Do actually y'all like agree with it or?
I like it, man. I don't think neither of them. I see a 3-point battle. Like the Timberwolves been pushing the pace. The Lakers not just gonna do that half court offense stuff. I see it. And last time I feel like shit from talking you off the Lakers -4, and they cleared it easily. I was like, damn. So you seem to have a read on the Lakers, man. I'm not the Lakers specialist, but I do see that total going over.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, that's going to be our play of the day then as far as the whole show. Timberwolves, Lakers, first half over 111 and a half. But yeah, guys, yeah, that was a great show. Tomorrow, as far as on the channel, we will have our show at noon. Where we'll be back, and then we will be back here again tomorrow at 5 to end the week. With actually another show here. I have not looked at the schedule for tomorrow yet, but actually, like Friday nights are usually a big slate. So yeah, tomorrow's show we should have plenty to go over. Also, just actually before we get out of here, like I said earlier, we actually do have a free trial going currently. You can find that on our page. If you can't find it for any reason, send us a DM across any of our stuff. We will definitely get that over to you. But yeah, spread. Do you have any last words?
Look out for the 3-point battle. I really, really like that the first half Lakers play and the Anthony Edwards prop. Beyond that, I feel like the Suns will be playing a little bit of catch up where they are. So if I were to lean into props right now, I would go Devin Booker and, as Joe mentioned, Bradley Beal.
Okay. I see 4 plays tomorrow I like already, just glancing at the slate.
All right. Well, it sounds like y'all better tune in tomorrow then, because it sounds like we have a good slate. Joe, go ahead and do the thing and take us out, buddy.
All right. You heard what DJ Khaled said. You either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby.
Let's fucking win, guys. See ya.